Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. So, have you ever stopped to think about the deep, honestly, kind of comical irony of modern camping? We literally pack up our cars to escape consumerism, the stress, and the nonstop noise of the city, only to find ourselves out in the woods, completely stressed out over whether we have the newest, most expensive, most trendy gear. Today, we're diving into some incredibly insightful source material that completely redefines what camping is actually meant to be. Because it's not a competitive shopping sport, it's actually a really profound philosophical journey.
Which brings us to a huge question. Why doesn't increasingly expensive gear cure our anxiety, right? It's the core of our modern outdoor dilemma. We fall into this trap of becoming total slaves to trends, piling up material goods hoping to find some sort of inner peace. We think, man, if I just get that $1,000 titanium stove, I'll finally be relaxed. But, as our sources point out today, true outdoor leisure is never about material accumulation. Adding more stuff to our lives, it just adds more weight to our minds. It's because we're caught between two totally conflicting mindsets. On one side, you've got the city mindset. It's inherently materialistic, it's loud, obsessed with fleeting trends, and it is intensely focused on accumulation. But on the flip side, there's the nature mindset. This one is minimalist, deeply quiet, timeless, and all about stripping things away. Moving from the city to nature shouldn't just be a change of scenery. It absolutely has to be a change of mindset. If we drag the heavy burden of city consumerism out into the forest with us, we are missing the point entirely.
Section 1. Escape Gear Anxiety.
To really get what outdoor life is all about, we have to realize that camping isn't just a physical activity. Fundamentally, it's an inward exploration to strip away the excess material constraints and those desires for fame that we build up in the city. Just think about what that really means. Stepping into nature is supposed to be the exact mechanism that helps us shed our worldly attachments. Life's true flavor never comes from piling up possessions or, showing off an aesthetically perfect campsite online. It comes from peeling back the chaotic layers of modern life until only the absolute essentials remain.
Section 2. Return to minimalist wisdom. So how do we actually practice this stripping away? Well, Master Hong Yoon offers this really powerful metaphor with his plain boiled water philosophy. He teaches that life's ultimate fulfillment is returning to an ordinary, simple, and authentic existence. Imagine a glass of plain boiled water. It completely lacks the spectacular fizz of a soda or the highly engineered flavor of an energy drink. But it's pure, it's essential, and it is deeply, fundamentally fulfilling. It's a great reminder that profound beauty and true satisfaction lie in the unadorned, not the spectacular.
And this completely redefines our ultimate goal. True zest for life? It's not about material accumulation at all. Rather, it's the ability to find joy in extreme simplicity and authenticity. Washing away the artificiality of our comfortable, insulated daily lives and deliberately putting ourselves in simplified conditions, that is exactly what brings genuine enjoyment. It's that stark contrast that cleanses our mental palate and allows us to actually taste life again.
Section 3. Seek Inner Shangri-La. Now we're shifting gears a bit, moving away from the physical geography of the campsite to the mental destination we're truly trying to reach. We hear the term Shangri-La all the time, usually meaning some hidden, mystical, totally unreachable valley in the mountains. But Shangri-La is not a geographic coordinate. It's a pure land within the mind. The physical act of packing up and going camping acts as a literal bridge to this inner, ideal state of peace. You don't have to travel to the ends of the earth to find it. You simply have to create the right conditions to access the peace that already exists right inside you.
But how exactly does nature help us access it? Well, it's because nature acts as a mirror. When we step away from the relentless secular noise of our daily routines, the vast, imposing quietness of nature provides a moment of real reflection. It shows us our true selves. It forcefully settles our restless minds. Without the constant pings of emails and alerts, we're finally forced to look inward, using the stillness of the environment to find our true mental sanctuary.
Section 4. Discover Everyday Poetry.
Okay, let's ground these abstract, lofty ideas into the tangible actions we actually do while we're out in the wild. Making fire, pitching a tent, boiling tea. We call this the poetry of survival. On the surface, sure, these are basic, almost mundane survival chores. But true zest for life is the ability to transform these very chores into moments of profound joy. When you're out in the woods, entirely focused on a tiny spark catching a piece of dry kindling, or making sure the tension on your tent guy line is just right, you are entirely present in the moment. And that sheer presence is exactly where the poetry lives.
Finding poetry in ordinary daily life is the ability to create happiness through detail and a yearning for beauty.
By slowing down and genuinely perceiving these micro details, like the smell of the wood smoke or the warmth of a tea mug radiating into your freezing hands on a crisp morning, we get to experience the authentic fun of living. It connects right back to Master He Xingyun's teachings. This is exactly what it means to drink the plain boiled water of life and find it absolutely delicious.
So I want to leave you with a provocative question today. Next time you camp, what will you leave behind? And I'm not just talking about leaving no trace in nature, I'm talking about your own internal baggage. Will you leave behind your phone, your anxiety about having the perfect, trendy gear, the need to impress others? Remember, the less you carry into the woods, the more room you have to discover your own inner Shangri-La. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this perspective helps you find a profound sense of peace on your next outdoor adventure.